morning, delivery fam, and welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with UDM on the Life of a Gig Worker podcast. In this one, Josh, have you ever heard of the King of Roadie? Huh?
The King of Roadie? No.
Okay, that's going to be our guest in a little bit. Okay, hold on. There's a reason why I call him the King of Roadie is because someone just recently introduced me to something called RoadieXD. And he's gonna, give us some more information on that. Plus, I have some screenshots I'll put on the screen for us to kind of like read and stuff like that together. It's not gonna be a long article, Josh. Okay,
5 pages.
No, it's not gonna be 5 pages. All right, but can Roadie be an option in 2024? What do you think?
I've had some really good ups with Roadie, and I've also had some really bad downs with Roadie. So I'm excited to hear whatever you're going to put out, but ever since UPS bought them, UPS has been known to pay people really, really well. And some of the other independent companies, they've been known to pay them really, really bad. So I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Now, I'll tell you, my experience with Roadie was trash until I started doing a lot of those they were routed deliveries. What was it called? That place that sells like a whole lot of I forgot the name of it. I think it starts with a W. It's like a bunch of like meats and stuff. Like I forgot the name of it, but I'm sure our guest is probably gonna
Winn-Dixie?
Not Winn-Dixie, bro.
You said meats and stuff.
But it's like it's a smaller store. I'm gonna look it up once I get the guest on. But that's those were paying really well, but they were difficult to get. It was like $70 for like 10 deliveries, and they had tips on them, right? Each one had its own tip, and some customers tipped, some customers didn't. But it was difficult to get those, man. And then all of a sudden, UPS buys them, and all of a sudden things just changed. And then I found myself doing more luggage deliveries, going to the airport, but it was only from Fort Lauderdale Airport and nothing from Miami. Well, at least I didn't see anything from Miami, but everything was Fort Lauderdale. And I was like, man, some of these miles just don't make sense, but I was using it more as a filler. You know what I mean? So yeah. I've seen a lot online. The last order I took on Roadie was, I think, May 2022. Then I deleted it, bro. You still have your Roadie app?
No. No.
Okay. All right. So, since we're not going to trash Roadie now, because we got the King of Roadie. We about to introduce him right now. What's up, Pat? How you doing, bro?
What up, UDM? Chilling out here.
Hey, Josh, do you know this guy?
No.
You don't know him?
No.
I remember the doggone name now. Wild Forks, sir.
Wow. Yes. And we both blanked on that one.
You don't even do Roadie like that, though. When the last time you did Roadie, Josh?
I'm sure I could log in and find out. I'm thinking, what, 2019?
Wow.
Yeah, my last one was 2022, Pat.
When they started doing them Home Depot deliveries, I got screwed on one of those.
Yeah, Home Depot can be a hit and miss. Matter of fact, all the Roadie can be a hit and miss. But I mean, if you keep trying, you keep trying, you find some money on that.
He had to correct himself. He was like, Home Depot could be a hit and miss. Then he was like, oh, well, all the Roadie could be a hit and miss. It just depends on what you find.
Just telling the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth, man. But I see, I was on a catering delivery yesterday, man. And when we completed the delivery, one of the drivers, he's a subscriber of mine, right? And I guess he's a subscriber of yours as well, Pat. And he was like, man, have you heard of RoadieXD? I was like, I ain't gonna lie, Pat, when I heard Roadie, I was like, don't nobody give a damn. I know Roadie, right? That's how I reacted. But then he started to show me that he got invited to RoadieXD through the app. And I was like, what is that? Then he was like, yeah, man, like Pat Gigtainment. Have you heard of him? Like, I was like, Pat Gigtainment, that name sounds familiar. And then I was like, I got to look him up. But then he started showing me these screenshots of RoadieXD and what they're offering him. I think it said up to $41 an hour, $200 routes, and yada yada yada. Huh?
It's more than that if you play your cards right.
See, he even told me, I'm not trying to get in your pockets, and I'm not trying to have the audience get in your pockets too. But he was like, yeah, he made like $600 or something like that in one day or something. Yeah, was that facts?
Yeah.
That was facts. Oh man,
half of it is true. It's half facts because I actually had like a personal client who went through me. I did that. I came back to Jersey. Then I did like 3 XD routes, and that paid me, I think, $450.
3?
Yeah.
That paid a total of $450, or was it all of what you did?
All 3 of them paid me a total of $450.
What you got to say, Josh? You over there quiet, bro? This is the most.
Boy, you got my head blown back because like I'm sitting here thinking about the $10 20-mile fucking luggage. I'm over here thinking about the fucking luggage, bro. I've gotten screwed on that a couple of times with Roadie. Like I said, I'm not going to talk a bunch of trash about him, but like a couple of times they would send me like a request to go from like MCO all the way out to like Melbourne or like Cape Canaveral area for the cruise boats. Like Delta lost somebody's luggage.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's $30-$40. I'm like, $30-$40. They're like, yeah, it's only 30-40 miles. I'm like, what about that $8 toll going across there?
Bro.
Yeah, they do toll reimbursement. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. So.
Yeah, and it threw me through a loop because like when they were doing that, then it would be like, well, we pay so low because it's supposed to be along your way. Like you're supposed to pick up. Y'all remember that slogan?
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to pick stuff up that you're already. It's along your way. Like you're already going home or something. So you.
But that was before the UPS
home.
bought them.
Yeah.
Well, that was your last time. UPS didn't buy them yet.
Nah, see, I did it. Yeah. So the last one I did was with Home Depot. I showed up and it was like this big old water fountain. And when I say water fountain, it was like one of them school water fountains. And I'm putting it in the car and it fit, but the lady just kept saying, it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit. I'm like, man, if you don't move, I'll put it on a roof before I give it back to you.
Strap it down.
Yeah. You doing Roadie and Curry. You got straps in your car.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, the worst Roadie I had was a Home Depot where it just had 2 items. It's like the pounds and everything just looked like, oh, this could fit in a mid-size SUV. It could fit, right? Then I get there and I see the staff. They have those carts at Home Depot. They wheeling out these 2 big ass patio furniture type seats or whatever. I'm like, and they got chairs. The chairs, and you could like, I guess when you sit on them, you could like easily like turn around and do all kind of stuff with them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? How is that supposed to fit? I had to make it fit, and it was only for like $40. But here's the downside to it. When I got there, it was an apartment building.
Oh hell!
And the person I was delivering to, I didn't have a cart. I didn't have the proper equipment for jack. You know what I'm saying? So I had you know when you get to one of those apartment buildings, you know, like the I think they put like clothes and stuff on it at the hotels. And they allow you to push it up to your room and stuff.
The luggage cars.
That's what you call them? The luggage cart? Yeah. Okay. So they gave me 2 of those to bring those 2 they wasn't that heavy, but the size of them made them heavy. You know what I mean?
It's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't get a grip on it.
Right. So then I had to use those, wheel it all the way up to the elevator, up to the person's apartment, and guess what?
Out
Bro,
to the patio.
I had to bring it out through the damn apartment, bro. And they couldn't help me. They were elderly folk, bro. They couldn't help me. So I was like, God, dog, for $40.
You probably should have brought that back to the store then.
God, this is where the Chicago asshole come out. I don't care how fucking old you are, bro. It's going to the door, and this is where it's at. Here the picture. See you later. Like, fuck out of here.
All right, so that was my bad experience, and I think that was my last Roadie. Okay, You've heard of Wild Forks, right? Right, Pat?
Yeah. Yeah, I see Wild Forks.
So you see those. I don't see those
Yeah, I
anymore.
see it.
Well, I was looking for them when I re-downloaded the app yesterday. I couldn't find it, but maybe they still are on the app. But I just haven't looked for it. But I want to introduce the audience just in case there are some other drivers. Obviously, the gig economy is filled with dashers, right? More food delivery. Obviously, there's some dispatch. I see you have a cargo van. Is it one of the larger Sprinter vans like the Mercedes? Is that what you
No,
got?
it's one of the low top short wheelbase Ford Transit.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to read some of the information that was shared with me through this driver that did the catering order with me yesterday. I want to share some of that, what he received on his phone yesterday, for the sake of Josh and for the sake of the audience, right? It's only 3 screenshots, and we're going to get through it quick, Josh. Okay? All right. So check this out. What are RoadieXD gigs? Earn up to $200 per route with RoadieXD. If there's any fluff in this, Pat, please let us know, okay? All right.
All right.
So RoadieXD RoadieXD offers one-stop warehouse pickups, advanced scheduling options, and longer routes with competitive pay ranging from $21 to $40 per hour based on your vehicle size. You can earn like never before. Okay. Drivers with pickup trucks, minivans, and SUVs can offer on RoadieXD gigs directly from the map. Just like any other gig, in addition to choosing gigs from the map, drivers with cargo vans and box trucks can also schedule, I guess behind that little sign there is RoadieXD driving time in advance. Just 4 more screenshots here, Josh.
I knew it was gonna be 5.
All right. So 2 ways to earn. Scheduled blocks. Have a cargo van or a box truck. Schedule longer routes ahead of time and earn up to $40 per hour. You get predictable earnings with the flexibility of being your own boss. Payouts up to $200 per route. Routes range from 4 to 7 hours long, may require extra equipment. Any fluff here, Pat?
No, that's all true.
You read that last part again.
May require extra equipment.
Oh shit! Maybe you should learn from that.
Oh, you got jokes. All right, whatever. All right, let's continue. I should say I have 5 more after this. All right, so 2 multi-stop gigs, great for drivers with SUVs, pickup trucks, or minivans who want quicker routes that don't require extra equipment. Deliver. See the extra equipment now. You got it in my head, bro. Anyway, deliver gigs from the warehouse on your own schedule. Earn an average of $21 per hour. Routes are typically 2 to 3 hours long. Open the app, offer on a gig from the map, and go. Any fluff here?
Oh, all true.
All true. Damn, dog. I've been missing out on Roadie.
That looked like the route for you right there.
Hush, bro. Anyway, for existing drivers, a diverse range of vehicle types, including large SUVs, vans, pickup trucks, box trucks, and cargo vans, can get in on these opportunities. As for new drivers, if you own a box truck or cargo van, we have immediate openings for you to kickstart your journey. Simply begin by downloading the app, registering as a driver, and then proceeding with the XD application. With RoadieXD, you can earn more while keeping full control of your schedule. Get all the information you need up front to choose the deliveries that fit your life best. And the very last screenshot for Josh, RoadieXD is currently available in the following metro areas: Atlanta, NYC, Miami, Chicago, and Dallas.
Guess what city ain't fucking there?
Orlando. Yep. Orlando got too much Disney and stuff like that, bro. You got all the theme parks. You don't need no work over there. Gotcha. Without doxing yourself, Pat, like what city are you in? What city? Or Yeah, what city?
I'm actually in New Jersey. So they have a
Ooh.
warehouse out here that's in Newark. I believe that's the one for the NYC Metro.
Ooh. So NYC. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So since there's no fluff, absolutely no fluff at all, Pat? None?
Plus,
So when the hell did this get started?
last week actually. Yeah, they've done it for about a week now. I think I've done it 3 times already. So
What do you think these are, Josh? Because I remember in the earlier conversation we were having something about UPS routes or something like that. Do you think like?
So
Go ahead.
I mean, they could eventually end up throwing because the UPS personal drivers, they could definitely do that in this as well. But I think this is geared towards a lot of port to port or cross docking, in other words. So it sounds to
that's
me
actually
like
what XD stands for.
yeah. So it sounds like they're taking these orders from one warehouse to another warehouse to lay it over for another truck to pick it up. So maybe some deliveries missed the original pickup and they're going to another warehouse before that truck gets there. Or it could be like final mile as well.
So how promising is this, Pat? Do you think like this is gonna be well? Okay, let's backtrack. Don't answer that yet. How long have you done Roadie?
I started Roadie at the end of 2022.
When I ended.
So I was on Roadie when UPS owned them.
Okay. So how promising is this from your perspective, what you've done in the last week? How promising is this? Would you say like, you know what? I would focus on this and try to get as many of these done, or I would prioritize this before I do other things?
Yeah, that was definitely be prioritizing RoadieXD a lot because it's guaranteed pay. They guarantee that you get paid $200 on the route that you're doing. The only thing is they don't want you to like go off and do other gigs. You have to complete your route, but they allow you to take as many routes as you can fit in your vehicle.
Oh shit. So you could stack routes.
You can stack, bro.
You can stack as many routes as you want.
Bro, I'm losing my mind. Where my Roadie at? Bro,
And fuck you in the Miami market.
Hater. Hey.
Bro, this was the same thing with fucking dispatch, bro. Same fucking.
Nah, it wasn't the same. You were too young at the time, Josh.
Nah. Dispatch went to Miami and then came to fucking Orlando. And then no, what was the other one? It wasn't dispatch. It was the other one. Curry.
I don't know. Oh, Curry came. I thought you had Curry before I did.
Technically, I did. I got paid the $5 before you did, but my market wasn't open.
I still can't get on Curry.
You still can't get on Curry.
No.
All right. So I remember while we were all flying a little bit, Pat, you said that you're on catering as well, like the deliver that.
Yeah.
But you kind of like push catering to the side to focus on this.
Not really. It's just, deliver that is extremely hard to get orders on it because you got to be on the app waiting for an order to come up unless someone takes it.
So,
but I also do delivered. So, when they send you the order, you're the only one that sees that order. You can accept or decline it.
All right. So you do catering and you do Roadie? You don't do anything else?
No, I do some Uber Eats, the DoorDash, Dolly, Dispatch, Senpex, Freight.
Oh, you a multi-apper.
See, Freight was good. Freight was so good up in New Jersey. I had a buddy of mine that was doing it for a while, and it was great. He told me to sign up for it, and it just fell apart.
Freight? I heard some
Freight.
really good things about Freight, like right when, I guess, before the pandemic. I heard some really good things about Freight, and I heard some really good things about Senpex. But after the pandemic, a lot of things got hit hard. A lot of these apps got hit hard.
It's just they can't keep up with the rising inflation of wages. That's what it basically boils down to.
So Pat, how long have you actually been like, doing like videos on your channel?
I've been doing videos since September. I want to September of 2023 is when I started
Okay.
posting on YouTube.
2023 you started. Okay. All right. So can Roadie be an option in 2024 and 2025?
Yes, most definitely. Especially if you live in an area like me, where I actually have, I think, 3 or 4 Home Depots within a 5-mile radius.
Damn.
Yeah.
This man got Home Depots like McDonald's.
Home Depot, I get $25 to $50 orders quick because I'm like the closest person to there.
That's like our fucking Dollar General, bro. Fucking multiplying, bro.
All right. So okay. All right. So if you say Roadie can be an option, are you? Before I even ask that, how many badges do you have?
Badges? I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll swipe up and go to the next tab. It'll cut off. So I'm not sure.
All right, we're not going to even risk that. Okay.
I know
All
I've got like 1,000 reviews on it.
You got 1,000? God, dog. Dude, I got like 40.
Fucking up.
I got 40, bro. Damn. If you're watching right now, or you're listening right now, let us know, how many badges do you have? Josh, how about you, bro? I ain't gonna tell you how much I got you answer.
I know I got the Road Warrior badge because I took one over 1,000 miles or whatever, which didn't pay shit, by the way. It ain't pay shit. It was what was it? Signs? Is it Signs Direct? It's that sign place. I had this big old. What business was it?
Sign
I
around?
don't remember. Yeah, no, it's like Signs Express or some shit like that. Okay. It was this big old light up sign in the back of my SUV that I took almost 1,000+ miles because they needed it the next day.
Mm. Okay.
Wait, you drove a sign 1,000 miles?
Yeah.
That's
bro. And
That's
the crazy
wild.
part was, it was along. Here we go. It was along my way. I was going somewhere totally different. And the customer calls me and they're like, "Hey, what address you got?" I was like, "Oh, I got this address." They gave me another address 200 miles further. I said, "Hey," I said, "One of y'all." I said,
Roadie,
"Roadie,
you're not getting paid for those extra miles."
Yeah, that's all I said. I said, "Here my Cash App go, bro." I said, "It's gonna be $400. $400, $2 a mile, bro."
Yo,
he paid it.
Pat's response or reaction was listen. You drove a sign 1,000 miles? Like, bro,
that's just insane to me.
Bro, I seen it and I clicked on it. And I accidentally accepted it way before I clicked on it because it was like click, boom. And I was like, shit.
All right.
So
as far as like bidding, just really quick. All right. You want to finish your statement?
No,
Josh?
no, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for cutting you off, brother. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right. So the whole process with Roadie, from my experience, Pat, was you see a job, you grab it as quickly as you can, and then the damn wheel just be gone. Hey, will you get it? Don't know. and it just selects you, but you be trying to get excited about just what you just saw. It might have been $100 for maybe 20 miles, right? And it's not 13,000 pounds that you got to pick up, right? It may be like 2 pounds or something. So it's like, man, is that the same process right now, even with this RoadieXD?
Yeah, it's the same. No, RoadieXD is if you're on a block, they automatically give you a route if you're on the XD block. But if you're not, then that's the process.
Ooh.
Like, you can still get the RoadieXD routes off of a block, but you're not guaranteed the $200.
So that sounds almost like the priority on reserve blocks type of thing with Amazon Flex, Josh.
Yeah.
Oh, you do Amazon Flex too?
Oh no, I just watch other people's channels of Amazon Flex
to
compare it to RoadieXD. Actually,
I'm trying to log into Roadie now.
Well, shit. If you watching right now and you're not trying to get on Roadie, hey, I don't know what to tell you, but I already got the app downloaded from the moment that I saw. Just to go back to not this screenshot, but let's see here. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. So, $40 an hour. Oh, this is the one that's talking about the scheduled blocks. So, how difficult is it to get these scheduled blocks, Pat?
Oh, not difficult at all. Once you're in the block, you drive to the station and they'll automatically assign you to a block.
Damn, is that easy?
Yeah, but the problem I have with that is you don't know where you're going.
Amazon Flex, bro. Didn't we just talk about this?
Yeah, told you.
Could put you right smack dead in the middle of the hood, huh, Pat?
Yeah. Me, I had a RoadieXD route that wanted me to go from Long Island and into Connecticut.
How like
really
for those that
take
don't
off.
for all those that don't understand what that is, like myself, I'm all the way down in the south, okay? How far of a drive that is? Like what is that?
That's about 200 miles, I believe.
Okay. And what are they offering?
I believe it was $145.
That sound like Roadie. That sound like Roadie. Yeah. It's supposed to be on the way. All right. So what happened, Josh?
It's supposed to be on the way.
Yeah, it's supposed to be on the way.
I logged in. You want to know when the last time I did a roadie?
When was the last time?
2017.
2017. For how much?
I was still at FedEx for that time.
Hold on, I got it because I had to do the little selfie thing. It says it's checking my license. I can't exit the screen.
2017. See, he's worse than I am. Listen, when I was on that catering delivery, Pat, with the driver, right? We were kind of like exchanging, like, showing. Well, actually, he texted me what his miles to money ratio was, and I texted him mine. It was upside down, like 100%. His was like, I think like he made over like a grand for like 400 miles, right? And mine was like, I made like $500. And I think I drove like I think I took like 600 miles or something for $500. And he basically pointed it out to me. He probably gonna watch this right now, and he's like, "Yeah, I remember that." He was like, "Man, my money to miles ratio killed yours." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right, for real." But if you were to get, if I know you have a channel. I know you have your channel, and I'm pretty sure you give tips and tricks on a daily, right? Whenever you post videos. But if you were to give any, I don't want to call myself a beginner, but I definitely know Josh is a beginner because his experience from 2017 wasn't my experience in 2019. And I know I kind of like almost am like a beginner again because it's now 2024 and the last delivery I did was in 2022. But anyway, if you were to give anybody some tips and tricks right now to experience Roadie or how to handle Roadie in 2024, what would you tell them? Because I heard you say a lot of things about, oh, that was just, no, I wouldn't have done that. Or I wouldn't, but I'm like, well, damn, what would you do?
Right. Well, I try to make it so that I'm getting paid at least $2 per mile and stack orders. You have to stack orders.
Damn, that sounds like food delivery.
Mm-hmm. Because Roadie allows you to take as many orders as they give you. But like I said earlier, it's really a hit and miss.
So if it's a hit and miss, is it really an option for 2024? Is it like more? Is it okay? All right, let me take that back. It's almost like it's more of a filler versus main option.
It can be a filler, but if you get like the good Home Depot $50 orders, it can really make or break your day. So I'm constantly on the app looking for orders. I know when all the drop times are. I know when to go on the map and pick my orders.
Damn.
So you got to learn. That's the main thing you got to learn is the drop times.
Now I knew the Wild Forks drop time, but that damn Wild Forks was like, I think it was the drop time was like 7 a.m. or something like that, or maybe 8. But then,
I think it's 8 around here.
but then when I was literally about maybe like 25 miles away from it. You know what I mean? So even if I see it drop or I'm prepared, when I hit that, I'm not the closest one to it. So, and I don't even, do you know how they select drivers?
I have no idea because sometimes I put out orders that are like 20, 30 miles away from me and I still get them. It is completely random, but one thing I did find out is that they actually can manually assign you orders. They just say that they can't. They lie about that.
Of course, because they don't want a million people calling them and saying, hey, can you get me something?
Exactly.
I get it.
I've been there. I've done that.
What that mean, Josh?
Bro, you know how many drivers will call you and be like, "Hey, I see this on the board. Can I take this?" Bro, you just hit the accept button, you fucking asshole. Like oh dude, I used to get so fucking mad at that, bro. Because
you sound like you reliving it right now.
yes, because any driver that reaches out and like asks you, "Can I take this?" I'm not your boss. You run your company. I know we had a driver specialist used to say this all the time, bro. All the time. So, I mean, I know you can manually assign things, but we always say no because we didn't want the phone call.
All right. Well, I'll tell you this, Pat. Because we're getting towards the ending of our conversation here where there's not much that I can say about Roadie that can really change someone's mind, right? As I'm talking here, I want you to start thinking about something you can say to someone that has had a bad or poor experience with Roadie, like myself, to change my mind on making Roadie an option in 2024, 2025. If you can't, then you just can't. But I just recently brought Roadie up to someone else, and they were like, I probably wouldn't even watch your video because it's Roadie. Right? I said, damn, what a love.
All I would tell them is that they're absolutely missing out on money. I mean, yes, the selection process may not be in your favor all the time, but if you get a good order, you get a good order. Like last week, had a BJ's order, mattress, 2 miles, paid me $108 for 2 miles. So,
100.
See,
do you think it's because of your vehicle?
That could be a factor, but there are more people in my area that are getting into the cargo van business. So they may have missed that order because I know when the drop time is for BJ's.
Okay. What you about to say, Josh?
As a dispatcher, I used to play favorites all the time, so I could see that. Ooh. Like if the things can go in your favor a lot better. So, I used to pick drivers that would tell me when shit was wrong, that could handle their shit without calling me, but they just let me know like, hey, this was messed up, but this is what I did. I got it fixed. No problem. So at least I could go back to the client and be like, hey, this was wrong. This is messed up, but the driver did X, Y, and Z. And then I'll get money from the client, send it to the driver, and then bada bing, bada boom. I used to pick those drivers because my phone would not ring, but I used to play a lot of favorites.
Okay. Well, Pat, I appreciate your time, bro. I'll call you the king of Roadie, and I feel like that's a title that
that's appropriate.
It is appropriate, bro, because and being 100, right? It is appropriate because look, Josh's last Roadie was 2017, mine was 2022. It's like a lot of other drivers. I could only imagine what other when their last Roadie was, right? I know the driver I did a catering order with, his last Roadie, I think, was the day before, like day before yesterday, right? But obviously he sees value in it in our market. But I gave up on that damn app 2 years ago, you know? And I know there's other drivers that are similar, like I am, right? That feel the way that I feel, even though Josh is in an entirely different city than I am in Florida. It's just that experience has pretty much put a bad taste in the gig space. So I gotta give you. So I gotta give you the king of roadie because you found a lane and you like, man, you see opportunities and you know how to make it work for you, right? And that right there in and of itself is, I gotta salute and I gotta give respect where it's due, because some people will say, man, ain't no money with Uber Eats. That's what I used to go through, right? Ain't no money with Uber Eats.
Same thing in my area.
But hear me out, right? People used to say, ain't no money with Uber Eats. And I'd be like, well, how I made this amount of money. Then they used to challenge me and say, I bet you can't do this on this day. And then I'll go out there and I do it on that day, you know? And it's like, well, damn, how the hell you do it? So I feel like when I got started, I was like the king of Uber Eats, but everybody else was trying to push to do DoorDash and Grubhub and all that stuff. And I was just doing Uber because Uber wasn't really giving the upfront tips like that. But DoorDash and Grubhub was. So I felt like at the time I was the king of Uber Eats, right? And now in 2024, I got to give you your flowers, bro, because you just, I'm not going to say that I'm going to be out here just like you with Roadie, but you just made me want to turn the app back on and see what possibilities I can, what I can make from it.
Yeah, so, man, come on back. There's plenty of money for all of us.
I mean, I feel, if I'm being honest, I feel like if Roadie would have rebranded when UPS bought him out, they would have been much more successful.
Probably. I agree with that. What about you, Pat?
Well, I wasn't on when Roadie was owned by themselves. So
oh, you did say that. That's correct.
UPS was always on of them.
I think a lot of drivers would have seen a return of drivers. Had they rebranded, come back, and then just be like, oh, Roadie got bought out and shut down. Look at this new company. Ta-da.
Yodi.
Yodi. Yeah. UPS buddy or something. You don't know. Like they got Amazon Flex.
Yeah, something. Something. But
anything.
Anything. It probably would have helped a lot more with drivers, how drivers see the platform, because we did have a bad experience. But as we finish up here, Pat, the last thing I got to say is, what the hell could be on Roadie that would weigh 13,000 pounds? And
13,000 pounds. A typo, probably. Maybe they put an extra zero on that.
A what?
An extra zero. It might be 1,300 pounds.
Oh, a typo. That's what you said.
Yeah, typo.
Where did you see something that said 1,300,000 pounds?
Probably was at Walmart.
Oh, I pushed the wrong button.
Wow.
No.
Spotlighted my ass.
You asked the question, right? But, all right. The thing is, I'm going to try to find, maybe in the next episode, I'll show where the screenshot, because I don't delete my screenshots, but I have screenshots of someone shared with me with a few roadies. I think it's in West Palm Beach, bro, that they were seeing these roadies for crazy amounts of poundage. Okay. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be a typo then, because most drivers don't have a DOT medical card. And in order for you to run anything over 10,001 pounds in the United States, you need a DOT medical card.
Right.
Well, I don't know that part, Josh, but you saying typo, but I'm literally seeing the breakdown. It's like it say maybe like, okay, let's just say 40,000 pounds, right? 10 items, 40,000 pounds total, right? And it's breaking down each one, and it totals up to 40,000 pounds, bro.
I mean, it could be true. Maybe he's got a med card.
Say that again, Pat?
There's got to be no way, because no one has a vehicle, unless you got an 18-wheeler, which you wouldn't be on XD, on a Roadie with an 18-wheeler. There's no way anyone can even carry that.
Okay, so I'm going to find this screenshot, and I'm going to text it to you, Pat, and then maybe we'll have you on a future episode, And Josh, I'm gonna text it to you as soon as I find it, because like I said, I don't delete screenshots. I'm about to find this for y'all. But any last words, Pat, as we wrap up here, man?
Get out there, stop complaining about the pay, and just make your money. Because it could be worse somewhere else.
You're a positive guy.
Gotta be.
So he
Optimistic.
He must be liking those Monday videos.
Well, I don't know. I think I asked him yesterday, did you watch any of the videos? Nah.
Nah, I watched them on your main channel.
Nah, all good though, man. This is a brand new channel. Any last words, Josh?
Can you find any pictures of your wife in through all those screenshots since you don't delete those? I gotta sit there and clean out my phone, otherwise I can't find pictures of my wife or nothing, bro. I can't have all that. I gotta have personal photos.
You know, I had to like process what you just asked me, and I was like, "Is this supposed to be a shot at my wife, bro? Like, what the hell?"
More so a shot at you. Like, what's more important?
We got people. We got people.
Yeah, gotta move.
Okay. Yeah.
It's GTA. Knock one of them out.
Can't do that. That's my super.
All right. Well, all I got to say is, man, you know, the last words here is, especially if you are out here, you're full time, and there's always options, always opportunities, right? Remember that episode, Josh? Right? Yeah. You got to see it, right? If you don't see what we have shared here, no matter what the sour taste that the brand has left in your mouth, okay, they have now introduced this new thing, and it's only been live for about a week. You said, Pat?
Yeah, 1 week.
It's only been live for about a week. So I know there's gonna be people out there that's gonna be saying things like, "Oh, wait till they get a bunch of drivers. They gonna cut the pay just like they do on every other app." But I'm gonna tell you, like I tell everybody not back then, and maybe Pat, you heard me say this before, maybe not. Get it while it's hot. Get it while it's hot. Right. If you know,
don't worry about everyone else.
Get it while it's hot. Exactly. And if right now they are paying, what does it say? $21 to $40 per hour based on your vehicle size. Get it while it's hot, fam. Get it while it's hot. That's all I really got to say. So if there's nothing else to be said, you gotta say it. You gotta say it, Pat. Go.
Deuces.
Oh yeah. What time it is, D-Fam? It's time to what? Go get your money.